So I have Julie, Sammy, and I'm playing off my back, just controlling my legs. What Jillian's going to do is she's either going to step to her left or to her right, and she's trying to throw my legs off the way. So if she moves that way, she's trying to throw my legs to the landing platform here. Does that kind of make sense? So it's not much point moving that way and bring my legs with you because my guard, so she's going to go 1 step, 2 step, throw my legs. My job, hit it straight with my legs in front. She'll go 1, 2, keep my legs pinned, hit the straight with my legs in front. She'll go to the opposite side. So my job is it's really hard to hit the straight from here. With my legs are pinned, then my butt goes up and that allows me to recover. So when we're doing this drill, once she goes 1 step, 2 step, pins my legs from here, the only thing she's got to do is my guard is my arms. I'm going to put it in the face. And that allows me to recover. So if I'm going low level, so she goes 1 step, 2 step, that's why I hit the straight. There's nothing in the way to stop her from passing. So I really need to go, recover. She'll go the opposite way, move, pass, recover. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. This is the next part. And what we're going to do now is going to step in the valley. So let's go Carl. And Carl's got control of my deep hands. And he's going to do the same thing. So I want to make sure that I'm engaged. I'm not lazy where it can pull my legs away from me. So I make sure I'm engaged. So if he pulls my legs down, I'm coming up. So there's still no space. And that gives me the ability to start to attack. So he's going to go 1 step, 2 steps, throw my legs the opposite direction. Now, the part that I'm seeing that people have issues with is your feet are pinned. People are trying to get their bum in the air by using their feet. You're going to use your knees. So my knees go down and my bum come up. I see people are trying to get rid of their feet. You can't. Your feet are pinned to the ground. So when it passes, the car goes 1 step, 2 step, pins. So everyone's trying to use this. So what is, if he's pinning it this way, I simply go this way. And that allows me to fade back into my guard. So it's not about trying to rescue my feet. It's going to be exceptionally hard for him to hold him as I roll over anyway. So what we're going to do from here is, the next step is we're going to step into the valley. So he goes 1 step, 2 steps, I go down, knee high, recover, and he simply steps into the valley from here. It's going to go knee smash guard pass. So knee smashes onto my leg, underhook. Now, I can't rescue and passes guard. And again. So this time, as I'm recovering, so we're playing the game, 1 step, 2 step, pin the legs, I'm like, no dramas. I get my butt in the air, he simply steps in the valley of death, boom. Now, he pins my leg, so his knee smashes my leg from here, which means I can't get my bum in the air anymore. As I try and frame him, make sure he's under, so it's past the guard, picks up my arm, and gets his feet down. Is everyone okay to do that? 1, 2, 3, go. That was good. So Emma's up, nice and easy. So she's going to grab my legs, 1 step, 2 step, throws my legs, boom. I pull the arms up nice and high, knee smash guard pass to recover, boom, goes through. Now this is the part that we're going to bring into the class that's important. Is right now is she's got control of my right hand, but my left hand, I can still start to attack and move. So what we're going to do instead is, left elbow is going to go over my head and you're going to go flat. Technically, you're isolating my arm. So this is the position that I want to be in. To make it worse, you drive, now think about it this way, as if you pull your elbows to your knees, it's a weak mechanic. So you drive your knees to your elbows. They're stronger muscle groups, right? And 9 out of 10 times you're turning me the way that I don't want to go. If you drive your elbows into me, you're kind of giving me that ability to start to move. So you want to drive your knees in and keep it tight. From here, right? You want to make sure that you're close to the head, close to the hips, your elbows in super tight. The way I like to do it, I want to make sure that this hand cannot pass the head. Top to bottom. So I've got I've got my partner flattened out from here. The way I do this is I'm going to make sure that the hand that's closest to the head is always on top. It's not under, on top. Now, if Emma kind of goes, my arms on the bad side, I've got to bring it in front of Adam's face to recover. The Kimura's on. So I'm not kind of going, aha, I'm kind of keeping it here. And I might kind of walk my elbow out, and then from here, the Kimura's pretty much straight away. So we're kind of setting the trap up. The Brazilians call it a Venus flytrap. I don't know if it's lost in translation or whatever like that, but from here, now talk about just keep your hand on your ear, not in front. Keep it. At any time her hand comes in front, punch it down, and the Kimura's pretty much on. The Kimura comes on very fast as well because you're not punching the spectator. With this one, I don't try and grab it. I'll have a fist. I just put the fist down. I don't worry about trying to grab the hand. And standing, controls my legs. 1 step, 2 step, smash, cover, mid smash, down pass, underhook, pick it up, controls, isolates the hands, sets a trap. As my hand comes round, as my hand comes round, the Kimura's. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
I couldn't see your hands, so I don't know what you had to put mine.
Control, which works forwards. And play good defense, so his hands are on the inside in front. One thing that I found was, when I started to play this, if I fight against the frame, I'm lighting myself up. So what I started is, I started to get control, but move my hips backwards and recycle my arm. So instead of this position here, which is I'm never going to get the Kimura, I kind of go recycle. Especially if he's pushing predominantly with his hand. What's going on? I tend to do this, not that. So if Omar extends his arm, it's a really hard mechanic for him to do. I'm going to go 2 motions at once. Yes, I'm going to kick my right leg straight. I'm going to put my left elbow over his head. He defends by straightening his arm and puts it behind from here. So even though I've got the arm fully isolated, I can't really attack it. He's doing good jiu-jitsu, so he understands he's not going to bring his hand back over the top. It's in danger. This is the first part. It's called an army crawl. I don't want to shock the arm. So what I'm doing is I prep my arm again and I throw my right elbow out and I drive my shoulder forward. I throw my left elbow out, right elbow, left elbow, and squeeze. So we go to a cutting arm bar instead. The defense for the cutting arm bar, roll your arm, take the Kimura. So for me, this was huge for me when I discovered this. It was because he's on his side. This is a bad fight for me. But if I hip escape, put my hand on the inside, this becomes a good fight. It goes danger from here, knees him. So 1, 2, 1, 2, lead. And he's going to rescue by pulling his arm. Once I've gone past that, you can't actually flick your the arm's caught there. So it's a very good thing. Just so you guys know, this one of those ones that you're going to wake up tomorrow with that little pain. So don't do it hard on each other because you will wake up that little ache and you go, whatever. Tony. So once again is we're here, he's doing good jiu-jitsu at the frame. So think about this way, the more that I'm going backwards, the more he can sit up and the more he can roll me over. So the more that I'm coming back here, the more I get the opportunities to Kimura. And I do that. So if he does strain his arm, it's deceptively strong. But Tony is stronger than me, so he rescues his arm. 1, 2, set. Knees to elbows from here, I prep it. So if he does bring his hand back around the head, I've got the Kimura set up. But I go shuck 1, shuck 2, lean. Shuck 1, shuck 2, lean. Now I'm not putting it on any further. He tries to rescue his arm now, but because my weight's on it, he can only roll it this far, which is insignificant. I'm still going to cause a fair bit of pain. This is the next one, and this is if the person is strong. I'm trying to isolate the arm away from the body, and they're strong, or they've got a grip on the back of my head, and I'm having trouble working out. Josh, your back this way. Have that leg on, makes that leg on the back. So I've done the system. I've come through, hands in front, walk backwards, form, come around, rescued from here, and I'm having a little bit of trouble like doing the army walk because he might have his, he might hold the gi, he might be strong, so as I'm trying to shuck the arm out, I'm having a little bit of trouble. I'm going to go like this. I'll put all my weight onto my left elbow and my left knee. 1, 2. Now, they're generally going to sit up. As they sit up, roll, do my knees to my chest, and finish the armbar. The mechanic is stronger if I'm underneath because I've got more power for pressing. On top, it's a weaker mechanic. I'm not putting my shin across his face, it's over the throat. But if he puts his face down, same as if you're doing a back choke, don't think about putting your jaw down, that's their choice. So I've got the attack form right here, and I'm trying to like move the arm away, but Josh is really strong. So I'll bring my left elbow out because that's free to move. Right knee, left knee. Now my head goes down on the ground, I slowly extend my legs and pull the arm in. He'll generally sit up, so roll, face his head, bring my knees to my chest. I'm rolling the arm this way. I'm not pulling in, I roll. I squeeze my knees. If he rescues his arm, it puts it on even more. If he puts his palm to the ceiling to rescue, so it's a pretty foolproof system as once I've got there, and my weight's on you, even though I'm light, it's hard to move. If you do move, you can only sit up one way, and I know which way you've got to sit up, so I've kind of got it set up. So we're here, I've rescued, comes through from here. I try and move my right arm, but David's too strong, I can't move it. So I've got my grip, left elbow, right, left, head down, slowly pull it up. He sits up, I turn my head, turn my knees to my chest. So I've got to keep baby guard, I've got to keep my knees in, and all I do is I'm rotating the arm. Okay, 1, 2, 3. As well. So one thing that happens a little bit is I've got to the position and he cups his hands together behind my back, and I'm like, so the way that I do this is really simple. Is I open up my left leg, I switch, I put my thumb in. If he doesn't separate his hands, I choke him. So if he keeps his hands tight on my back, once I'm here, I go flat again and choke. If he separates his hands from here, I step overhead, I isolate the arm and I tap. So I step over the head. That means he can't get his hands together because I've extended the body. If the hand comes in front like it is in front, I step over the head, I'll take this arm. So we're here, he's holding me down, so I switch my base. Just pop, pop. You don't have to, just make it nice and fast. As I switch my base, he separates his hands. I push the head, step over the head, and take the arm bar. Kick the head, cut the head, I roll the elbow, take the arm bar. If he rescues the arm, take the arm bar. No. Choices. One more time. So he's got the hold of me. So I'm going to go switch, thumb, switch back. If he now fights that grip, switch. One, two, three. So when I've done the choke and I step, I want it to be in here. I don't want it to be here. You can come on this side. Step over and choke him on that side as well. But I'm susceptible to a cutting arm bar myself. Because like I've got a straight arm, so if he, like my leg's there, but I'm kind of like, man, if I move my leg. So I found personally it was easier to go the paper cut or the forearm choke in front, but I make sure that this foot digs in. When I'm doing the arm bar, to make the shoulder weak, I always kick the head back a little bit so it's off on an angle. This makes the shoulder weak. This also primes this arm for the arm bar. So not planted, I'm kind of hooking. If I'm having trouble, like if I'm like, man, this guy's super strong, I just come back. And I haven't lost anything. It's not like I'm losing position. I'm still in a really good position there as well. Any other questions, guys?
They're like really tough. You're trying all that with the choke and everything. You can't do anything. Doing knee rights and distract them to make.
Yeah, look, so worst comes to worst is, let's just say that they're super stubborn, like, you know, I've got the arm from here and he's got good control on my man and he's so strong I can't even switch my base. Let's go the opposite way instead. I switch my base the other way, I come here, I just start to walk around. So, walk the hips out, crush, sit back. Yes, sir.
It depends. Your body depending. Are you doing the armpit push?
Yeah. So, go ahead, Anna. So, if he goes armpit push, and then I slide back to it. And I know that he's going to go the armpit push. So, even if I'm here and he goes armpit push, I'm just throwing me straight on the armbar. For you, tap. No, serious tap, man. Like, he's going to get a sore arm. If I'm here and I feel the arm, I punch down on this straight away. Because you're going to throw me onto it. If he bends his arm, now you can't see it, but I've got his wrist. I got the wrist lock. Of course, his wrist is under my armpit. So I step, and here's your wrist lock instead. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Anything else? Okay, line up, 1, 2, 3.